Okie dokie. Let's see. There's a couple things I've done in the meantime since the last cut. I went mining. I got some ores. I'm trying to get lapis as much as possible. Like right now I have it up to luck 1. Let me sleep. It seems like there's pockets underground, like everywhere around my base, like you can see on the map there. And so I hear them everywhere. It's pretty annoying, but I'm slowly but surely lighting up the caves. Yeah, I went mining for a little bit. I'm looking for lapis. And right now I'm spouting up some iron. You might notice this new machine. I got a crude blast furnace, which is basically like the next step in this. Is this going? Yeah, it is. So you can turn coal into coal coke, makes creosote oil, which goes into. I have a portable tank in here right now that is storing the creosote oil, and then 1 coal coke has enough fuel to burn 1 iron ingot into steel, and this is the first step to making steel, which is a gateway into a lot of different mods. To make a blast furnace, you make 27 blast brick, which is nether brick, which can just smelt from netherrack, and it's normal brick and blaze powder. And I'm going to insert a little clip of how I got the blaze powder. You can kill this mob that spawns just randomly in the nether, and it makes it a lot easier. There's also, he made it so blazes spawn randomly in the nether, so you could do that too, but whichever you fancy. I also created a hammer right here. It's made out of a copper tough tool rod, manulin head, an ardite plate, and a cobalt plate, and it's pretty good so far. Like 1 manulin durability worth definitely got me enough ores. Like I basically used it until it broke, and I got these ores from it. And then I replaced the binding for this as an ardite binding and that ardite binding. I also added this, so you put the ore in this chest, goes into the hopper, goes in the macerator, gets pulled out of the furnace, just like that. Pretty simple. I got this block cutting machine, which is a pretty simple recipe to make. If you take a block of iron, for example, it would turn it into, it would turn it into 9 plates. So it's a quicker way to do that. But it also turns 1 wood into 6 wood, which so far I've had to do the 1 wood into 2 wood recipe. So this is like a big improvement over that. Just so you guys know, for the block cutting machine, it'll come, okay, 1 second, I need to figure out, I need to kill this zombie real quick, because this dude is very harsh. Do you see these, like how I have speed right now? That's coming from my axe somehow. I think like the water breathing, I almost feel like comes from the quartz. I'm not sure, but I get a bunch of random stats effects because of the things I made my tools out of. When you make the block cutting machine, it's gonna be like this, and there's 3 blades, an iron, a steel, and diamond, and they let you cut different levels of stuff. But I'm pretty sure the iron will be suitable for most things, like early game, and then once you get to later, you'll be able to make these things really easy. So I just have the iron one right now. Something interesting I wanted to show you guys is this /foodless command. If you type /foodless show, size, /foodless size, it'll tell you how many unique, like different types of food you've eaten, and that's what these extra hearts down here are from. Is once you reach a certain number of unique foods, it actually gives you an extra heart. So right now, I've eaten 13 unique foods, and I guess that's enough for 3 extra hearts. And if I eat 7 more unique foods, it'll give me another heart. Just little things that affect the gameplay that's in this mod pack. Another thing that affects the food aspect of this gameplay is if you press N, it'll open up this nutrition menu. And I don't know exactly how it works, but you obviously want them all to be 100, and so it's to motivate you to eat a different variety of food. And I'm pretty sure like if you have them all above 80, then you'll get a certain buff. Like right now, I'm pretty sure because I have these 3 above 80, that's why I have this toughness forever. Just little things. I like when they add things like that that will give you bonuses, but it won't be annoying. Like if this falls below 30, I almost feel like it's going to add a debuff, and that will be very annoying. I hope it's just here for those people who want to try and give themselves diverse food, and then it'll give them buffs, but it won't affect you in a negative way, because that's like forcing you to have to deal with this food part, even if you don't like that aspect of the game. I also made this geothermal generator, but I think it goes through lava in such a quick rate that I'm not sure if it's entirely worth it compared to the normal generator, because there was 32 buckets of lava in here, and it's lasted a while, but not as long as I thought it would. It goes pretty quick through it, but I don't know. We'll probably move past these generators soon, anyways, into like solar panels or something. These solar panels can turn into, I don't know. These are sort of hard to make right now, though. But yeah, what I'm working on right now is I was thinking about my end goals. 2 things I want to do right now is the ME system, AE system, and making an environmental tech miner. And right now I'm on the AE path, but I want to keep in my head making this void ore miner. And it's just like a lot of random stuff: black concrete power, blocks of iron, blocks of tin, signalum. Like it would definitely be hard to make this, but I think I could get it done. But the problem would be powering it at that point. And I don't have a good power source. So as soon as I make a good power source, then I'm going to get this up and running. But right now, I'm looking at the AE system, which needs elite control circuits for mechanism, which means I'm going to get into mechanism now. And the first step of mechanism is the metallurgic infuser. And the metallurgic infuser, the 2 new blocks that we haven't made before, will be the steel casing and the external heater. And I thought we would go through that together. The steel casing is a lot of osmium, these 2 steel mechanical components, and a reinforced blast brick, which is just a steel plate over blast brick. So if you guys want to see what a blast brick recipe is like that, and then steel plate, and we got that. It requires 2 osmium blocks, and the 2 steel mechanical components look like that, but with plates, steel plates. Then let's see if I can remember what this recipe is. I think it's like that. Boom, beautiful. Okay, then the external heater is just normal materials and this copper coil block, which is from Immersive Engineering, because you have to make these LV wire coils. These copper wires are efficiently made through this metal press, but early on you can just take shears and cut copper plates. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if I did the math for that, but we're going to need 8 of these. Nice. Cool. I got the osmium for this thing. I need to make a bunch of furnaces now. Do 4. Let's see, furnace, stone gears. there's that. Let's see, if I need 4 of these per furnace, so I'll need 16. Cool. Beautiful. Okay, and there's our metallurgic infuser, which looks so beautiful. But now I have a new issue that I have no way to power this, because I haven't looked into it, but I'm pretty certain that there's no EU to RF converter, which has always been a bummer, but just how it is, I suppose. That's not, I don't think that does it. There you go. I could use this. If memory serves, I'm pretty sure it's not that amazing though. Maybe I'll get into it though. I can make one of these gear casts. Otherwise, I actually haven't thought about what my source of RF power should be. But I think I'm going to think about that. I want to get out of this hovel soon. Although I want this not to go away. I want to keep this as part of my base. But the goal, and considering I'm trying to get AE, and I want to, like, when you create your AE system, you don't really want to move it. So I should probably think about what my in base will be, or at least my mid game base. Let's see, turn this into. So I like this area that I'm in. It's all plains, and it's got rivers on both sides, which I like. It would be perfect. Like, maybe I'd like an aspect of my base to incorporate this mountain, but I also want to have a big factory-like style. Like, just take this completely flat area right here and build a big factory maybe. And then maybe I'll have an outpost at this mountain. Maybe I'm going to turn this place right here into a factory. I think it's going to be marble based. But yeah. So I was clearing a area for the place that I want to build at. It's here. Which actually I'm not going to be building there like right now. I just want to start the progress of it and work on it over time. But anyways, I was clearing some grass and I got this ender lily, which is like a really rare drop from grass. It's maybe I'll say it here. I don't know. It's really rare, but it'll grow ender pearls, and if it's on endstone rather than grass, it'll grow way faster. And just so you guys know, a quick way to get ender pearl, or an early way to get ender pearls, is you take a stone barrel made like that, lava bucket, glowstone, which I have. Then you put lava in the bucket. Right click it with glowstone, boom, there you go. And I don't think the light level matters, but I'm going to place it out here just right. No, I guess I'll place it by the farm. And now that will grow a little bit quicker, which is not to say very quick at all, but it'll grow a little bit quicker. Alright guys, I've done some planning and I have a course of action for what I want to do next. Because I have this metallurgic infuser and I want to get into mechanism, and actually mechanism opens a lot of like really powerful stuff, but I need a source of power to begin with. And it took me some time to think about, because in this series I don't want to use tried and true power methods that often. I don't know, I would just like, if possible, to find other power methods just to keep things interesting. But it's sort of hard because sometimes the cool power generation methods don't seem to be as efficient, you know, like it's sometimes a waste of time. Like if you go to actual additions and you use canola power, you can make some interesting setups because you want to be able to make this empowered canola seed, and that will make the most powerful oil that's like the best in terms of RF generation. But if you look at steps for that, they're one really complicated, and then like the power that you get out of it isn't as much as if you had just done a simple like set up like 4 water wheels from immersive engineering, and it's almost the same. So I don't know. It's hard to balance that combo of actually like good power generation, but also interesting. But I'm gonna go with a culinary generator, which has definitely been done before, but I think it's more interesting than a coal generator, considering it's my first power source. Well, RF power source. And then solar power, which is actually like the most basic RF generation, but it's just like the easiest stepping stone to actually cool power sources. So yeah, let's make the culinary generator. I have some of the stuff, but I need to make this machine block, which I believe would be the gate to extra utilities, yeah. So I thought we'd make that together. I'm going to do this top recipe. For that basic machine block, I'm still going to use these, the iron large plates made in this thing, just because it saves a little bit of iron. But then I need to make polished stone and reinforced stone. So to make polished stone is really easy. You take 4 stone, make it stone bricks, do it again, and it makes polished stone. Then to make the reinforced stone, you're going to need clay dust, grout, and just the type of stone. So if we put in this, we'll stop that. This will create the clay dust for us. I have some aluminum plates. Okay, we take that clay dust, and then we need to make grout, which is some clay, some sand, and some gravel. Beautiful. Then I'll also get another one of these going. Okay. Then, so let's see, it's clay dust surrounded by grout, then polished stone, right? No. Okay, you have to make the reinforced stone, which is just grout, stone, clay dust. Boom! Okay. Now, reinforced stone, polished stone, around a basic machine casing, which is what we're waiting for up here. I should definitely make another large plate cast if I'm going to keep using this, because, and the reason I'm doing that is because you can, like, now I have the machines to make these dense plates, but the dense plates cost 9 iron each. Well, these iron plates cost 8 each. And I don't know. For the fact that I have to manually do this, it might not even be worth it. So I'll probably just start going over to the compressor large plates. But once I have that, we should be able to make the rest of the steps to the culinary generator. And then since I am doing a culinary generator, it'll probably be a combo of apples, because these things like grow like absolutely crazy. If I could find a way to automatically do it, I don't know, it could work. I think you could take a mechanical user and just set it like right here in front of the apple, but then I think that would only do the 1 apple. But these things grow so quick, like if you set up a couple of them, it might actually be decent. Because then you try and use this apple in a culinary generator, and it will produce 9600 RF at 32 RF a tick. And for the very first power generation, I don't think that's too bad at all. Oh shoot, I need to melt that down too.